Hey folks, welcome to a special weekend edition of So Bad It's Good. We are doing a Southern Charm recap with you today, and as requested, she is back. Dancing with the Stars is over, but it's not holding her down. Baby mama Rebecca is back with us. Rebecca, hi.
It is holding me down. No, I've been watching like yawn compilations on TikTok to bring me up.
And Jan is one of the dancers on Dancing with the Stars. He's like, I'm Jan, but he's actually really funny.
Oh my God, he's freaking hilarious, and he does these lives and people clip them, and I find them really amusing.
I watched it for 30 minutes with you the other night.
We were like laughing out loud, LOLing. I'm a big fan.
We got to get Jan. And a listener reached out on the Patreon that teaches dance classes in Pasadena, and we might actually take dance classes.
Right.
Me and you.
I know. Ryan.
You were excited about it.
Over Thanksgiving dinner, Ryan said that he would like us to do dance classes together. I said, that's lovely. Let's do it.
That's what the show does. It's not, but
it inspires.
Yeah. I don't watch Southern Charm and then I'm like, hey, what would inspire?
Well, we did go to Charleston last year.
Let's get you a shark tooth necklace. It doesn't inspire me. Southern Charm doesn't inspire me.
What if you did get me a shark tooth necklace?
That's a great push. That's a push present.
If
diamond.
You got me the shark tooth necklace as my push present, I don't even know.
By the way, push present is a new concept to me. I mean, it's the first child I've ever had.
Men are finally appreciating women and everything that they do for the first time in history.
But when did the push present isn't the gift the baby?
Yeah, it's the gift to you as the baby. I'm giving you the love of your life. So I deserve a diamond or something. I don't know. Something good. Ryan, last night I woke up in the middle of the night and I had a text that was like, for a push present, do you want a bag or a diamond?
Well, no.
First of all, obviously a diamond. What are you going to get me, like a Coach bag? No shame to Coach, because I do love Coach.
No, wait, but also there's get me
a Birkin?
No, God, I can't afford a Birkin. The only reason I said that was because I was at that Jeff Lewis live show and so many people are aware that we were pregnant and stuff. And so everybody kept asking me, all of these ladies kept asking me about a push present.
Right.
And it stressed me out. So
I told you to go to the jeweler that you got my ring from and get me a little cutie something.
I don't know what you're supposed to spend. I don't know.
Call Monica. No, not you.
Oh.
Philip knows.
Yeah, but of course he knows.
Call Monica and have her go with you.
That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
Anyways, push present, huh? Also, I have to apologize to the audience and you guys. I guess I was what was I doing?
Sex?
Not sex. I was not sex shaming. I was taking away your freedom of speech when you were wanting to talk about the Fruit Loops and pissing, and to make it up to Rebecca, I let Rebecca piss on me, and I did drink
right
her
in
pee.
His mouth.
I drank her pee to make up,
and
so everybody can leave me alone.
He said it tasted like Captain Crunch.
This tastes like Golden Grams.
Yeah.
Wow. What if it just tastes like this? Tastes like plain cornflakes.
Ew! I just no offense, but
Oh, wait. Sorry, this is normal. We just go all around the world. We'll get to Southern Charm eventually, but we did watch Secret Lives of Mormon Wives reunion, and you didn't like it either, right?
No.
It was really what?
It was a Dunkin' commercial.
Yeah, it was a big Dunkin' Donuts commercial, and it's like the first Mormon Wives reunion last year with Nick Viall was so serious, and it was kind of like really, I don't know, it was just kind of plodding along. And then this one was too gimmicky. We don't need all of the gimmicks. And it was like, we don't need the ladies to exit the stage so Dakota can come out. I'm very curious. I'm telling you, there's going to be a Dad Talk spinoff. They have an episode of Vanderpump Villa.
Anybody cares about Vanderpump Villa.
But that's what I'm saying. I feel like I'm watching a commercial
unless Marciano's going to be on, and Brett and Marciano are going to face off at the villa.
Or there's like a piss off or something like that.
Yeah, they all chase each other's piss, and whose tastes the best, like a blind reading.
Oh yeah, good. I would be able to taste Demi's piss anywhere. This is definitely Demi's.
Yeah.
What you're drinking is Taster's Choice, Brett.
Boy, did Demi come off bad.
Demi's an asshole. I mean,
whoa.
Well, and by the way, you can speak to this because you're a woman more than I can. But talking about weaponizing trauma, you were saying some interesting things during while watching.
I don't know. I just feel bad. I just talking about bringing up Michaela,
somebody
and
else's actual SA
they were
as a child.
It's just so crazy to me. And she gives women a bad name. She's the reason when some people say this happened to me, people are like, no, it didn't. It's because there are women like this. But
at the same time, you do. I mean, where is the line? Because she's almost making herself believe that she is a victim. And then it puts the audience in a weird position because then we're like,
we can't say anything.
Why are we have to decide if she's a victim or not? And she's putting the audience and her castmates in this very weird position. And most of her castmates have literally been sexually assaulted.
And I'm sure this happens all the time, especially in this culture. But boy, does she just not do herself any favors. Didn't she do a little PR training?
No.
What the hell?
No.
I guess it's a good thing for the show. I don't know.
Well, I mean, you see somebody like Whitney Levitt coming up Dancing with the Stars. She just got announced to be, stunt casting in Chicago, which was great. She deserves that.
Listen, Dancing with the Stars pipeline right to Chicago.
But I said on Monday, to Sophie, I said, would you rather be known for fruit, for your piss tasting like, not Fruit Loops, for Fruity Pebbles?
Right.
Or would you rather be this amazing dancer that's getting Broadway musicals? And Sophie made a point is that Demi gained 50,000 new followers from Fruity Pebbles Gate.
Okay, well, Whitney gained 900,000 followers from Dancing with the Stars. I saw the breakdown.
You know who really? Andy Richter gained tons of followers.
Honestly, it shows why Robert won. Robert gained over 2 million followers. He gained the most.
Yeah, it turns out Robert Irwin I think he really truly is that good of a guy.
Oh, Jan said he's going to the zoo at the end of January.
I am going to the zoo with Robert Irwin.
Yeah, DTM.
DTM. Dead to me. Dead to me. Well, now anytime there's a Jan Instagram post, I just write Jan ! So I'm hoping that one day he's like, who's this guy that keeps writing Jan, even though he gets thousands and thousands. Does that impress you when I do things like that, Rebecca?
I love it.
Do you love it?
Yes, because I love it. I love Jan. When I see that, I'm like, yeah. Because maybe he will write back. I'm a fan.
Why do you keep writing my name with exclamation points?
He loves it.
I would love to interview Jan. That guy seems...
He's really interesting. He's danced with Beyonce. He's danced with Taylor.
And by the way, the Taylor Swift era is I think the first 3 episodes comes out this next week.
And Jan's on it.
And which I'll talk about on Monday's episode for what to watch this week. Rebecca, I felt like this week, a couple days ago, I was like, oh shit, holidays here, the year is over. We're getting invited all of a sudden to so many things, so many last minute things. Everybody's inviting and you got to come to this, you got to come to this. It's all of a sudden, and it's crazy. It's really stressful. Before the end of the year is done.
Luckily, I have the best excuse to say no to things
what is that?
Because I'm pregnant. Oh. So I can just be like, oh guys, I can't. The baby's so tired, But yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the babies. We got the stroller this week.
Whoa. We have the
crib this week.
It's we're actually having a baby.
We just need the space for all of these things.
Yeah, we don't have space.
At this point, we do not have a space for me to podcast yet. But it's supposed to.
We're gonna figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out.
We're gonna figure it out.
We need to figure it out. It's gonna be fun. If I have to podcast from my car for a year, that's not even a big deal.
That's not gonna happen. But I see all these people on TikTok. They're like, my baby's coming this month, and they show their nursery, and it's fully stocked with all this stuff in it, and I have a box. But that's okay.
But
we're gonna figure it out.
We've had long conversations about this too. Is that because I was like, God, we got to do this nursery, and
we don't. She's gonna be in the room with us for 5 months, and I don't think we need to worry about it. But maybe I'm stupid.
Well, no, you're not stupid, but it is one of those things where you're like, well, are we then missing out on some key part of
No, we're not missing out on anything.
Because isn't that part of the magic?
No,
is then sharing the nursery with people?
Fuck that, so you can get some likes or something. Who cares?
That's literally my whole career, Rebecca. No.
Oh, yeah, it is. Sorry. I don't care. But, I mean, sure. Yeah.
No, we've had serious conversations about this.
I worry about it all the time.
But at the same time, we live in Los Angeles. We have a nice place, but it's just tiny, you didn't expect that I was going to live here.
No.
This was a perfect...
I didn't expect
it was like a bachelorette pad,
This was the ultimate
It was the ultimate bachelorette pad.
And then I met Ryan.
And then it was able to draw a weirdo like me. And now do you regret the ultimate bachelorette pad?
Totally. No, not at all. So happy about it.
And she knows, I would say maybe 12% of my actual things that I've accumulated through my life is here in this house. Everything else is in that storage facility.
That storage facility is filled with broken IKEA furniture.
How dare
Like
you?
literally
How
80% of it is IKEA
No,
furniture.
the last update of IKEA furniture was the nice IKEA. You know, it's like there's like cheap IKEA
right
and then there's
before
nice
Ryan
IKEA.
moved out of that last place, he left
How
his
dare
furniture
you?
outside for multiple nights, and there was condensation on it,
Listen,
and the IKEA furniture all was warping, and I was like,
stop.
Ryan,
It's not true. I mean, it's not.
We haven't looked at that unit in 4 years, and like let's look at it and tell me what it is. I would like to put things in there. Like, let's do it.
How many times have I said, let's go to the storage facility?
Shut the fuck up. How many times have I said, let's go to the storage
facility?
Not true. I stopped saying it because you were like, why don't you just go by yourself? Like, I really want to go to the storage facility by myself.
That is
to look at IKEA furniture.
Things are going good over here for the most part, folks. Really quickly, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. I will be doing a full recap on Tuesday's episode, but you watched it. Did you watch the whole thing with me, or did you just watch a part?
No, I watched it all.
What did you, because no, you know what, you didn't watch the whole thing because you missed the whole scene with Rachel Zoe talking about Roger and the divorce with the little son.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you missed like a whole section. Yeah.
That's the only one that I would care about. It's nice to see Rachel back. Like, I like her a lot, obviously. Loved her from back in the day. I am really interested to hear why her and Roger didn't work out. Like, I really believed in their love. I love that they were together for like 18 years before they had kids. I thought that was really, really cool. I love that they were like dead couple. Like, I loved that.
Well, but she made it seem in this that like he was more Grateful Dead and I
know.
Was
well,
more...
that's not the way that she portrayed it back in the day. Those boys are beautiful. Like, I really...
Her one son, it was really fun. The scene you miss, he's like this little dude that's like 40 years old. He has all these like deep thoughts.
Well, that's a beautiful thing. I liked it when she was like, someone wanted to set me up with Maurice. I was like,
Mauricio, yeah.
I was like, yeah, right. Like, he would ever go out with you, ever, old lady.
Well, no, but
Mauricio is in his cringe era.
Like, that sounded like he would never go out with you because you're not good enough.
No, because she's old. Mauricio, even though Mauricio is probably 10 years older, he's in his cringe era. Like, I saw a video of him dancing
at Art Basel on a table.
Oh my God, guys, it is so
and the
sad.
Thing is,
he's doing like 70s dance
all
move.
of these people are gassing him up, so he thinks he's like hot
not.
Shit. And then he doesn't realize that like the rest of us are really like, including his kids in Beverly Hills, are making fun of him. Like, that's half the conversation.
How sad for those.
But also, if you think about it, that's the Shep pathway, except that Shep doesn't have a family. People are making fun of Shep on this season of Southern Charm as much as they're making fun of Mauricio out there.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know.
The problem, what I've been wanting to say about those Mormon girls, the problem with the Mormon girls is they never went to college, right?
Yeah.
They never partied hard in their 20s. Like, that's why it's so important to party and fuck around and do all these things when there are no stakes involved at all, because these girls have like 3 kids, a husband, an ex-husband, and they're ruining everyone's life.
And they're learning these psychology buzzwords, and they still have the mind of like a 23, like they have a mind of a child.
Because they
and they have children, you know?
I know. It's just like... But
that's what makes it a good reality show. What doesn't make it a good reality show is that you have the dad talk and the men all talking down to the women when the women make 30 times more than these men will ever make in their lives. And yet they still have to hold to this patriarchal society that the Mormon religion really tries to push to the forefront. And at some point, that's not going to jive well. Like, that's not going to... And once we get really into the tenets of the Mormon religion...
Are they Mormon, though? Are they actually
Some
Mormon?
are. Some are.
Oh.
And some, yeah. I mean, yeah, Macy's still a Mormon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. It's wild, but it's like any religion, is that, you know, you kind of pick and choose what works for you, it seems like, instead of like the really hardcore
cafeteria Mormons.
Yeah, I mean, but I think that's what keeps people coming back to shows like that.
But that's every religion, like you were saying. Like, if you went by the exact, tenets of a religion, you would be like shunned from society. You wouldn't be able to do it.
I'm into Nixium. I'm still into like the branding and all of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that was too far. She loves Keith Raniere, you guys. It's in. So we had Real Housewives of Beverly Hills this week.
Oh, I want to say I don't mind when the boys get involved. Like, I love it when the guys are fighting on Southern Charm.
Yeah, because it's like, because they're because they're idiots in a sense.
No, but we don't have that on reality TV that much. It's always like girls fighting and like this and that and the other. But I like it when these boys are getting down and dirty.
But it's so funny is that, watching this as a guy, and I've never been like a man's man, but even
You have guy friends.
But no, but you know what I'm saying? I've never been into like, let's watch the game on, like, let's play some video games. None of that kind of stuff. But it is like when I watch this, I obviously have a different perspective where I'm like, it's fine. It's just a little tussle, but they love each other. And you're just like, this is so sad. These guys, this is so ridiculous.
Sad.
And I'm like, I get it. It is, as a guy, even if you're not that type of guy, you still are just like, it's not that big of a deal. It's interesting. We're almost programmed.
Men suppress their feelings
exactly.
so much, and they all need severe therapy.
And that's why Craig, thinks of himself and I guess comes off way more sensitive than the other guys, when in reality it's like that's not sensitivity. He's still falling into the trap of like every douchey guy out there, He's
just he hasn't, like, I know this sounds so douchey, but he hasn't done the work. Like when a woman breaks up with a man, we're going to therapy, we're talking it out with all of our girlfriends, like ad nauseum. We're going to the gym. We're trying to figure out like how we become a better person. Men just like jump right into another relationship and fuck someone else's life up.
His best friend is his hot tub right now, Craig.
Ew, imagine how gross that hot tub is.
No, but that's why it's good. It's hot because it kills the germs, the hot tub.
No, it doesn't. That's not how it
works.
Well,
at least that's where my guy thinking. Like, I bet Craig's like, no, it kills.
My
kills
gynecologist told me it's the opposite and you have to be really, really careful. And that's like a UTI waiting to happen. Ladies,
can guys
careful.
get Craig's? Can guys get UTIs?
Yeah.
Can guys get Craig's?
But it's just easier for women.
I call my UTI Craig.
Oh my God.
I call my UTI Little Craig. Oh, I've got a little Craig right now.
That's always so weird to me that Shep named his dog Little Craig. Like, are you so obsessed with Craig? Like, I don't.
No, but that's
like
another
that.
thing.
I don't think that's funny.
Well, first off, I think it's a cute name for a dog, and secondly, it's
his
like
best friend.
But that's that kind of like jocular.
It's not funny. It's like you want to
fraternity
fuck Craig.
kind of.
No. Do you even know fraternity? Like, no.
Well, I know guys that have told me they've been in a fraternity, but I don't know. I've never been to a fraternity party or a sorority party.
Yeah, I have.
You were in a sorority, weren't you?
No, not at all.
Oh, I thought you said you were. Okay.
They wanted me, guys, but I was like,
big
no.
time.
Yeah.
Big. Your big mistake. Huge.
Totally.
Okay, so what else? Okay. Oh, I do want to bring this one thing up because they sent me a nice gift. Is that this weekend on Peacock, they have this new thing called Reality Hot Seat, Sunday Night Football. It's Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They're going to be doing the Kansas City Chiefs game. I don't really know what this is going to be like, but they say it's a first of its kind alt cast spotlighting the storylines, rivalries, and larger-than-life personalities that make professional football as captivating as a hit reality TV show. And it's led by Heather Gay, Justin Sylvester, Kate Chastain, and Boston Rob. And then they announced some new things that Countess Luann has been announced as the halftime performer for Peacock's Reality Hot Seat.
I was about to be like,
not the Super Bowl.
What?
Yeah. Reality Hot Seat, NFL simulcast. And Bronwyn Newport will be a fashion correspondent, and Wes Wilson will be a sideline reporter. And I'm being told that we will be introduced to the new Summer House castmates during this as well. But Bronwyn, that's interesting. Like, what do you think? Is she going to be like commenting on the football players' uniforms?
But don't the guys like come out in outfits before? Like I remember seeing.
Oh, when
Travis
they come
Kelce.
into they're all dressed like pimps. Yeah.
Yeah. God, the biggest mistake Bravo did was get rid of Countess Luann. Like, she's just living her life, fucking guys, doing cabaret. No, I know you're going to say she's on this and that. No. I want her on New York.
No, what I was saying is that I want a Countess Luann Truth or Dare black and white documentary where it follows her around on a full run of a tour.
God,
full run.
Remember when they did, like, before they were Housewives and they only did Countess Luann? That was so interesting.
You guys, this is like probably 8 or 9 years ago, they did a Countess Luann good. Behind the music, but it was like her life. And you realize you're like, oh my God. At one point, what did they mistake her as Sharon Stone and she accepted an award on stage? Do you remember that?
I don't remember.
She was like a nurse. She lived this, but I want more of those kind of documentaries. And when I was at BravoCon, I was talking to the BravoCon executives. I did say, I was like, we need more stuff like this. I was like, we need a 3-part documentary on Andy Cohen's baby shower. Like, why do you give that up? That would be great. Think about all the No, come on. There were fights at that baby shower. John Mayer was there. You just hate that idea. What?
Who do you think John Mayer slept with, like, of Housewives?
Oh, I think he appreciates the Housewives.
He
but I
wouldn't do that to Andy because
no.
Andy would be too sad.
No, I just don't think he would mess in that sandbox.
Do you think that Andy and him give each other blowjobs every once in a while?
Rebecca,
No, seriously.
Rebecca, no, stop. But if they did, that would be fine. They would be totally fine if they did.
Ryan just wanted to censor me right then and there.
Well, I just think that's like
love John Mayer.
That sets us back. Just because two guys are friends doesn't mean they're giving each other blowjobs and hand jobs. I mean, why are you? I have never given a blowjob or a hand job in my life.
I'm not talking about
No, but I'm just saying, just because, and I have male friends, and I've never crossed my mind. I was never like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should give Nick a hand job right now. Like, never even. And I love. And I love.
You're not attracted to Nick.
No, I love Nick.
You're about to be like, I am.
He's got to pass his prime now. No, I'm totally no. But I love him. But I just think two men can be special friends. Like, they can, have a Steel Magnolias friendship without having it be sexual. Having said that, I do think maybe something did happen maybe 10 years ago.
See, what? You're telling me I'm being this horrible person, and then you're like, yes, I'm telling you, definitely.
No, just because...
They were fucked up one night, and you know how things happen
I don't think they were fucked up. They were, fully sober.
Fully sober.
Fully sober. Look me in the eyes. Oh, my God, if Andy's like, is my body a wonderland, John?
He's like, yes.
Dun, 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 dun. By the way, John, we love John Mayer.
I love John Mayer.
Yeah.
I think I was just talking about him the other day. I think he's one of the best guitar players we have right now. He learned the Dead's catalog in 6 months. That is unbelievable. Not only learning it, but being able to improv off of it. This is some serious
And
work.
She always makes fun of me because I like listening to the Sirius station Life by John Mayer. John Mayer has a radio station on Sirius, and I love it. And Rebecca makes fun of me for listening to it all the time.
Well, because the way it was sold to us, it was
sold to us? Nobody sold it to us.
Sold to the audience was it's what John would want to play you if you guys were hanging out. So we were driving to Vegas or something, and so we were let's listen to it. And it's all of my favorite songs, but every 7 minutes would be a song of John Mayer.
He likes his own music.
And I was
what?
This is crazy, guys. It was funny.
Well, I've listened multiple times, and that doesn't happen all the time. I've discovered new music because of that station. I love it. I do. I love it.
Good for you. No, I love John. I love
him. Okay. Should we get into this?
Yeah.
Or did we have any other business to take care of? Oh, no, I did want to say, so to finish up that thought, that's going to be on Peacock on Sunday. I'm not the biggest sports fan, but I'll check this out. I'm curious to see what they do. If they do package pieces about the sports stars, because I love that show Hard Knocks on HBO Max that makes it kind of like a reality show. I love the stories of the sports players. Sometimes I just don't like the sports themselves, but I'm down. And I was a little confused if this is going to be every weekend or they're just trying it out one time. I'm confused about that. Also, we released 3 interview episodes on the Patreon this past week. And this weekend I'll be doing the Roni season 2, episode 2, finally.
Ugh, the best.
Getting back to normal. But that's what I'm saying. When Beverly Hills, it's just hard. We're 15 seasons in, and it's never going to be the second season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills again. Oh, and this girl, this girl shitting on the new Vanderpump. She's like a lot of you guys.
Because it was bad.
No,
guys.
it wasn't. It wasn't. It was not bad. You've got to give things time to
establish.
That's what he says,
but the Valley, I didn't need to give any time to establish. Original Vanderpump, I didn't need any
No,
time
you
to
did say a little shit talking
first,
about the Valley. You did. You're like, who needs this?
Before I watched it, the first episode of Vanderpump Rules is unfucking believable.
Because we were able to tie in Beverly Hills into Vanderpump. We had the connector
Stassi
scene.
was unreal. I remember her talking about how she wanted to drag Jax through.
I am the devil, and don't you forget it.
I think that was episode 1.
Yeah, it was.
Truly, it was phenomenal television. So I don't agree. But
I
also don't think any of these people are hot. Sorry.
You shouldn't. We're past their ages.
Okay. Whatever. I feel bad saying that. People are gonna be like, "You're not hot," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fucking pregnant, bitch."
Yeah, but it's so funny. I don't watch reality shows because they're hot. I watch reality shows for the stories.
Okay.
It's like people that said I only read Playboy for the articles.
Right.
Playboy doesn't even exist anymore.
Oh, really?
I don't think so.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah. Okay, so this episode, you guys, It's season 11. Season 11, episode 3. It's called A Novel Approach. And the description that Peacock gives us says, Austen's FOMO, fear of missing out, for the single life grows as Craig sets his sight on new girl Charlie. Because Craig is the belle of the ball in this small southern town, right? And, Paige dumped him, and now Sally's going after Craig, and he likes Charlie, but he also likes Sally. He likes his hot tub. But this, to me, with Craig, there's like a little bit of the big-time quarterback in a small town vibe. Is that like the big city girl Paige doesn't want him, so he goes back to his hometown and
becomes an alcoholic all over again.
And relies on his hometown to feed his ego. But at the same time, in the back of his head, when he's in that hot tub late at night, he realizes
no one will be as good as Paige.
And I'm never going to get out of this small town.
No, I don't
I
think
could
he
sew
wants
all
to,
the pillows in the world, and it will not sew up this hole in my heart, right?
Sure.
So,
I was thinking last week was so difficult for me to watch. Like, I was like, fuck this show because it was so much
because I asked
Sally.
you to recap it and you're like, it's too late at night.
It was too late at night.
And you called Sally the ultimate pick-me girl.
First of all, it was 10 o'clock at night when he asked me to do this. Like, I now as a pregnant lady, like, I am in bed, dead asleep at 10 o'clock. If I don't, I'm sick.
And she sleeps soundly now.
Well, because I wear earplugs, I have a head, I have a face mask, I wear my retainer, I'm
she has these
hot, guys.
Bendable earplugs,
and
I've tried them, these wax things, and it really just knocks all this. It's a really weird experience when you put these earplugs in.
I have now become a total disgusting person when I sleep. But
no, there's nothing disgusting.
I have to just turn it all off.
No, that wasn't the point. The point was you really sleep soundly. It's very.
And I don't
different.
even take anything. I used to take melatonin and stuff. Now I just sleep. Well,
and you knock out immediately, within 30 seconds.
Because I'm pregnant.
Yeah, it takes me hours.
Anyway, so yeah, it was very difficult for me to watch last week because of Sally being so freaking annoying. And what I've realized is I want on their chyrons when the people come up and it says everyone's name, Shep, I want their ages because I want to know
That's
how
genius. That's
angry
genius.
I have to be at that person. So I looked up everyone's
age. And you love,
age.
because Real Moms of Bravo posted, they were the ones that posted the meme with everybody's age.
So
and you were like, this is helpful.
I wrote it down. I wrote down everyone's age.
Okay, go through it.
So I'm going to continue to tell everyone's age as we're talking about it. But Shep is 45, guys.
I thought he was 47. I aged him 2 years last week.
Shep is 45. So he's pathetic going after young 20-year-olds. Guys, 40-year-old men, you do not look cute going after the little girls. It's really sad and pathetic. You could be their dad. Sally's 29. So I give her a little bit of grace for being so trash.
Do you think there's anybody fudging their age in this? Because when we said last week, we were like, I thought Sally was mid-30s. And that's not a knock on Sally's looks because I think she's pretty. But you know what I'm saying?
I think it's a knock on Sally's looks. Molly is 37, which
Molly's 37?
Molly was 37.
I thought Molly was younger.
And Molly was on Top Model. She was in the top 2 and almost won Top Model. And Tyra,
you watched her season?
No, but I just was reinformed about this, and Tyra did her dirty and cut her hair short like a boy half an hour before they told her that she wasn't going to win.
Tyra's so fucked.
Tyra's so fucked.
And remember, Sally did that season of The Bachelor. No, Sally did the Clayton season of The Bachelor and then did a season of Bachelor in Paradise. She left in the second week, and she left before the even limo arrivals on her season of The Bachelor. So I told you last week, all of these people that you see on reality shows
want to be famous.
Usually it's not their first rodeo. This isn't their first foray. And now I'm curious if Charlie has ever been in a reality show before.
Well, Charlie might not have been because she's only 27. She's very young. But she's a pageant girl, so she's in the world no matter what.
So that's interesting. Sally is how old again?
20. Oh, Sally is 29.
29. She's 27. I really like Charlie so far. It's only her second episode.
Charlie is it seems like it's a revolving door of these blonde girls. She looks so much like Taylor Ann to me that
really?
Yeah, that I'm just they just have to bring in this young girl to make Shep look sad and pathetic.
Well, it's so great because she's kind of effervescent and full of life. And what's going to be great is to watch that getting beaten out of her by these men. Or
sad.
She'll look, by third season end, her soul will have left her body. I can guarantee you.
I don't know if she'll make it 3 seasons.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Austen is 38.
That surprises me. I always, yeah.
Too old to be acting like this. Madison's 35.
Okay.
Which I love.
Yeah.
Craig is also 38.
Okay.
Vanita is 32.
Okay.
Rodrigo's 40. Loving Rodrigo.
Rodrigo's the one. Rodrigo, I mean, he really is kind of the one that is unscathed in these, because he's able to be funny. He's able to be himself. He's able to have like good queer representation. He's able to say exactly how
queer representation, or is it just like what we think queer representation should be? He's like giving sassy remarks and
but it's
redoing people's homes.
It's not ridiculous. It seems like that's literally how he is. Like, I've been around Rodrigo a couple. He's really, really funny, but also any queer representation is good representation unless they're a complete asshole, because you need to, it's not their job to normalize themselves, obviously, but it is good for people that live outside of these, these, blue states to see that, like, yeah, we're all just the same. We're all just the same. Like, we're all like, it's not scary. It's not scary to be gay, And
Whitner, who I really like.
This girl, Rebecca's so horned up for Whitner.
Do you know who Whitner's aunt married? Jimmy Buffett.
Oh, so Whitner
comes
think
from
about
serious
Think
money.
about the Christmas gifts that Whitner got from
Whitner
that
comes
aunt.
from serious money. His family is like Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
I don't know. I find him attractive, guys.
She was so into all of his like plates and his glassware.
Oh my God, I loved it. Like, there's something about him. I think he's really interesting. I'm sure that will change as the season goes on. And Whitney is 57.
That's wow.
And Miss Patricia is ageless.
Yeah, Miss Patricia looks amazing. I love Miss Patricia, but Whitney's 57. So is Thomas Ravenel 57 as well?
He must be like 65. Because he was like 52, I think, when the show started.
It is. I mean, it is wild.
Guys, I hope Catherine's okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at BravoCon, a lot of people were talking that there is a road back for Catherine on this show.
Right.
But you don't want her to turn into, like, we had another news story this week after a long time of not hearing from her a while, TMZ on Tara Reid. Tara Reid said she was drugged, like she had somebody roofied her drink, and then they released footage of her drinking at that bar beforehand, and she was just chugging wine with the person that she said roofied her, but it was like, obviously they were friendly. And it's so sad because if you've been into pop culture for like decades, you remember when Tara Reid had a lot of incidents. And it's so sad. Like, I remember being in an audition, being the reader at an audition, and Tara Reid came in, and I had this I was like, oh God, what a mess. And then she came in. Excellent actor. It was so good.
I mean, she
was so good. I mean, like, I was shocked in the room.
I saw her at a dog store once, and she was really not doing well. This was like 15 years ago.
Who is doing well at a dog store? I mean, it's like, that's, you're not like getting made up to go to a dog store.
No, I mean, like, she had a little dog with her, and she was with some guy, and they seemed cracked out, to be real. Okay. And it was like 1:00 in the afternoon. I don't know.
But I'm just saying, with things like that.
Remember when she dated Carson Daly and she was like the hottest girl?
I remember when Jennifer Love Hewitt dated Carson Daly, but I forgot Tara Reid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and because remember, like, the come up of Tara Reid, she had the American Pie, but she also had
She was like the girl.
She had that one scene in Big Lebowski that was so hysterical to Philip Seymour Hoffman and Jeff Bridges.
She's an incredible actress.
So that's what I'm saying. She's a really good actor, but it's so sad because, it's just sad when your demons, we all have demons, and when your demons take hold and then you try to make an excuse from it. And imagine being a celebrity with things like TMZ that will gladly report on it. And you don't want to like hear about somebody after not hearing from them a while and you're like, oh shit, they're up to their same old tricks. Like it makes you sad, right?
Yeah.
It's like if Shep kept hitting on like younger girls and TMZ kept like, hey, Shep hit on another 25-year-old. You would be sad.
That's what we're watching every single episode. This episode starts with Shep doing a keg stand, and I was like, old man Shep doing a keg stand.
Old Man and the Sea. Well, because remember they had the beach party that the Sally Sells singles by the Seashore party, and this house is wrecked. You can only imagine the smells coming out of there, and they flash back to the night before, and it's like 2 a.m, 3 a.m. Here's a question that Bravo will never answer, nor will the cast, nor should they. Do you think like are they like ripping lines? Like, do you think there's like blow involved? Do you think that just alcohol?
Didn't we learn that on Vanderpump Rules that there was blow involved?
But like this has been around 11 seasons. I much more believe in the first couple of seasons of Southern Charm. In fact, I always heard rumors that the crew was pretty good, that if they saw it in the shot, they would like, move it or tell him to take
I
it
don't
out
want
of
them
it.
to move it. I want to see it.
Well, they
baby.
can't legally do that.
Oh, really?
They're able to do that with weed now, but they can't just
I'm
have
always shocked with weed. Like when we watch Love After Lockup and like people are smoking blunts, I'm like, whoa.
Or like actively pill addicted on Love After Lockup. It's wild. So, yeah, we start off with that. We see flashbacks of like everybody's raging, party. The next morning, everything's trashed. And Austen and Audrey the next morning wake up in Austen's bed. The iPhone alarm, when you hear it on screen, is so alarming.
It's
and it really,
jarring.
because we all have those iPhones, and I
feel it in my soul.
Yeah, you're just like, and even though it's like this small scene of Audrey getting up to go to the bathroom and then Austen opens his eyes, you can already read into it that like, oh my God, this guy's miserable. This guy's already thinking.
I saw like she was miserable too. Like she was like, fuck this guy, because Madison was like talking about what Sally said. Like, fuck Austen. What a piece of shit. Loser.
Well, it is interesting because they've been together a year and a half. And remember when
Ryan just like gave a look like I'm like saying something wrong. Like, please.
No, I just feel, listen, I feel bad for calling anybody a fucking asshole because like life is hard and weird and You're
putting yourself out there on a reality show. I'm not doing that. Like, then you could call me an asshole.
But it is funny with Austen though, because think about it. They've been together a year and a half. They started dating, I guess, probably last season of Southern Charm. So it was all like, yeah, this is awesome. And then it was probably awesome after the season wrapped because they didn't have to worry about saying anything on the TV show about their relationship. And now the season's rolling again. Craig's single. And it really is that FOMO that Austen will not admit to himself of like, This isn't as fun as it was last season dating her, like, and I think Audrey finally is waking up to that fact. We go over to Charlie's apartment for the first time. Now, Charlie's apartment, clean as a whistle.
Did you see her espresso machine?
That's what I was about to say.
That's the espresso machine I want us to have.
The Breville. She has a Breville, you guys. The Breville coffee machine. Everything looks very nice and very in place. She's not a dirty wreck like Sally is.
No, Molly.
No, Sally too.
Oh,
Sally,
really?
she was the one that's had the party, and
But that was just because there was a party. Like Molly's house really was concerning.
I just like calling Sally a dirty birdie. But so Charlie's talking to her mom on FaceTime, and of course, you knew that the mom was going to be the best friend. You knew it, but your mom's your best friend, right?
Yeah.
But it's a very different relationship.
Her mom was like, you're prettier when you smile. I was like, oh, God.
Be subservient to Craig. You
Literally,
got to.
that's what they were talking
about.
It was weird. Yeah.
And she reminds us that the town is just so small that she's in. And she lets her mom know that, Mom, I played football. I have a bunch of bruises.
I'm the pick-me girl. Like, any of them
Charlie
wanted
didn't
to
come off. Like, Charlie came off way less pick-me than Sally.
Of course, but like any of them wanted to play football. Come on.
I bet if you really I bet even the guys don't want to play football.
That's what I'm
They're
saying.
even
Like
locked into
Shep wanted to play football. Like maybe like Corey wanted to play football with his tiny nips, but like he's the only one.
Oh, what did you do?
I pressed something. Ryan has one of these like desks that like go up and down, and I pressed it and it moved.
But she was like, Mom, I was so pleasant. It's crazy. And then her mom goes, were you interesting? What a thing to like, don't just be pleasant, were you interesting? Like, who asked? That's wild.
I mean, obviously she's not that interesting.
And
my mom wouldn't say that to me.
Charlie says, do you think I'm uninteresting? And the mom goes, you can be at times. You can be. What about the men? Do you think these men do you think Corey Kiefer is interesting?
No.
Like, Corey's not on the phone with his dad, like, hey, were you fucking interesting last night, son? You know I was, Dad. You know I was. Like, that's insane. And the mom seems nice, but it was insane that she said that. That was the actual conversation, right? We find out that Charlie has been in Cotillion. She was a debutante. She went on to win Little Miss South Carolina. And remember, Craig judged his one and only beauty competition and judged her as first. She took third, and then Craig quit judging. He was that butthurt about Charlie not winning back in the day. He was like, I'm done with this. I picked her to win. What did you think of her being a beauty queen?
I got it. Yeah. I was about to say, I don't find her very interesting. Like,
I find her interesting compared to Sally. And by the way, if you're a Southern Charm cast member, because I know this happens, turn this off. Don't do this to yourself. Oh my God,
this isn't for you.
No, but that happens all the time, Rebecca.
But
like,
it's
you find
not
out
for you.
No,
it's
I know, but they don't really. They think it's going to be fun, and then they get their feelings hurt, and it's not. So
the only person that should listen is like Madison
or Rod. But then Rod's actually best friends with Austen. Like, then you don't want to, like, because then they get offended you're talking about their friend.
I guess
it's like they just shouldn't listen. Anyways. we go over to Sally's and Vanita comes over.
Guys, I don't believe that Sally wanted to be best friends with Vanita. Like, I think Sally knew what she was doing, and
being a smart. It's in terms of reality shows, it's being smart. It's like going hey,
it's like what Janet did with Sheena. Like Janet put in 10 years with Sheena to be on a reality show, and
I don't think she did that. I just think she wanted. I think she liked the show.
She liked Sheena so much.
I don't think Janet ever thought she was going to be on a reality show spinoff.
She prayed to Jesus every single night. She prayed and she got it.
No, I truly, I
think a lot of those people, like, I don't know about Southern Tribe. Well, I do, because I think that Sally did that. But like a lot of the Valley Vanderpump people, like, you have to watch who you have around you, because
But I think that's fascinating, though, is having a cast of those people. Southern Charm is not nearly like that, but it's not too far off.
Well, and
it doesn't have the
Sally
LA component
to Vanita.
Well, but it's saying like, yeah, I want to be on the show. Who can I be friends with? And so Vanita and Vanita, it's really sad because Vanita says many times, like, how Craig has made her feel, how a lot of these cast members have made her feel through.
Sierra from Summer House has gotten involved a lot, and she said something.
Said some really interesting things.
Yeah, so I wrote it down. She said something about Sierra. She said, imagine being the only black girl on a predominantly white show cast in the South. No one ever sees Vanita's side, and her cast only expects her to be submissive to the opinions and limelight. If a main cast refuses to film with another main cast member, that's code for trying to push them out. So yes, your entire analysis of the situation is correct. So
that was a response to somebody's comment on an Instagram post. And that's it exactly. I mean, luckily we can, I guess, or sleep soundly a little bit knowing that Vanita's making good money at this point because she's been on more than 3 seasons. But that's it's got to be very hard. And we see Vanita get knocked around a lot. And even though I do like Craig, if this was Madison, he would make up with Madison.
Yeah.
He would make sure he made up with Madison. And Craig is very easy to dismiss Vanita. And I think that's for a lot of reasons. I think, but it's frustrating because Vanita is always the one, it seems like, trying to do the right thing or trying to like, hey, and they always give her the grunt work. She's always like setting up other people's parties. Like she set up Whitner's party that, she's always like she's always shopping for a party or putting the party together. That's not even her party.
I like Vanita. I think she's a beautiful girl. I like her.
Yeah, I like her too. We're over at Sally's and Vanita, they're talking. And Vanita obviously is really weird about Sally and just like admit that you're into Craig. Just admit you're into Craig. If you're into him, you have to tell me. And Sally's like, I totally will. I totally will tell you. It's not even that big of a deal. Me flirting with Craig at the party is not me going for it,
Sally's going for every single guy. She's like called dibs on every man that she sees, it seems like. Someone said, who was it? Oh, Taylor Ann.
Oh, yeah, that was another thing this week.
Said that she had a boyfriend this whole time she was shooting, and it was a married man with children.
But Sally's denied that. But this happened in like some TikTok comments this past week.
I believe it.
Which we'll go over later in the show.
So it seems like Sally does not have morals.
But you got to always look at how somebody got there because we found out that Sally was engaged and I think her dude dicked around on her. And that's why she signed up for The Bachelor and then left because the first weekend of shooting for The Bachelor was the weekend she was supposed to get married. And so she quit the show before even limo arrivals. I'm just saying you're not born a villain. You turn in and you also have periods of time where you're just lost at sea. And thank God for most of us, we're not on reality television for that to be filmed. But she's almost as
oh my God, like if you were filming me in my early 20s and in college, like, whoa, like, Nelly.
It is funny. Like she's almost like,
I was doing bad shit.
She's almost promoted as like a Black Widow. And she's like the weakest Black Widow that you could possibly,
I don't think she's a Black Widow. I just think she's like, you can't trust her around your man.
Vanita lets Sally know that Molly is is not a big fan of Sally's because Sally told Madison that Molly was too drunk at the baby shower. And I was like, well, what about all the guys that were drunk at that baby shower? What about Whitney's lair at that baby shower? Why does it matter if Molly's drunk? Like, Corey was hammered too. Like, Craig got hammered like 10 feet away from that baby shower in Whitney's lair. And Molly also says that Sally can't call dibs on every man in Charleston. I was like, there should be an addendum unless you want Shep. You can take Shep. There's got to be one girl. There's got to be one girl. No, I know, but there's got to be one girl out there that wants Shep. And I feel like the casting is going to have such a tough job on the 12th season because they're like, fuck, at this point, we just need to find one girl that's even open to the idea of dating Shep, right? But they're like, Craig is not yours, Sally. But also remember Sally saying that she wanted to hook up with Austen, even though Austen was with Audrey. And he's like, the day when Audrey and Austen break up, the next day, let's go.
That's so gross, guys. Like, ew.
But Sally says, do I think Craig is hot? Yeah. Do I like being in his hot tub until 3 a.m? Yeah. That is so crazy. You should have just ended with, do I think Craig is hot? Yeah. Do I like being in his hot tub until 3 a.m? Like you said, UTI Central. Why would you? Like, this is how Fruity Pebbles happens. This is the kind of shit where it's like, Craig's like, can I pee on you? Can I pee on you?
Her pH balance must be really messed up, guys.
Do I like being in the hot tub until 3? Of course I do. Like, I would, well, I think it's probably just the older you get too. Like, at this age, I'd feel ashamed at this point, I think, if I was in a hot tub that long. You know, like you're like, oh, what did I do? There was like a hot tub involved. I was in there for hours. Vanita says in a talking head that she doesn't do the best job at letting people know things that don't make her happy. And she wishes that Sally could open those big ass eyes and notice. And she tells Sally in the scene, you have to give me more respect. You would choose Craig over me. And Sally's like, that would never happen. You have my word. And we all know that it's like, you would do it in a heartbeat. You would do it like, even if it wasn't even in your face, you would do it in a heartbeat. And the only reason you haven't done it yet, because now Craig is getting a bone zone for Charlie.
And you are jealous.
Yeah,
Whoa, so jealous of Charlie.
But, you know, what do you think the psychology is behind that of telling somebody what they want to hear? I mean, is that just it? Like telling Vanita, like, I would never do that. I would never choose Craig over you. What do you think that is?
She's just saying what she wants her to hear. She doesn't want to hurt her feelings.
Yeah.
She wants to stay on the TV show and in Vanita's good graces. And not look like an asshole, but like, whoa, did she look like an asshole?
Well, and like I said last week, is that if you watch the whole season, the season trailer, is that it does look like Sally hooks up with Austen at some point. So I'm expecting the Audrey Austen breakup episode to be happening any day now.
God, poor Audrey.
Yeah, I mean, Anyways, so now we are at like just a restaurant with Madison and Shep eating seafood, and you were like, ooh, I would, you got
Guys,
really a seafood boil.
I want a crab boil so bad. Like, and I want one of those NA beers. Like, yo, do you think
Heineken is advertising on the show? Because it was the second time they've done Heineken NA, and I was like, is this
probably
a baked-in advertisement?
Can we go after this and get a crab boil and get NA beers? Or I'll get an NA beer and you can get a real beer.
No, I don't want to drink, but I'm happy to get it. Where do you even get a boil?
I don't know.
How is
but it looked so good. And I'm like the same, like far along as like Madison is in the show. So I like really feel what she's
so you're like really appreciating her journey.
Yeah.
Okay.
I feel my representation. See, representation matters.
Yeah, Madison is like, Austen, when's the last time you've had crabs? Which, by the way, sadly, the answer would be like, he actively has crabs right now. Madison is telling, remember, Madison told Audrey that Sally had hots for Austen last episode.
Madison,
why are you doing that, Madison? But that is Madison earning a paycheck. Because she's, like Madison throwing people under the bus is her earning a paycheck because she's having a baby. She just bought like a $4 million house. She's earning a paycheck, right?
Madison has really stepped into the Cameron Eubanks role very nicely, and I didn't think she would be able to. It was really good.
Austen I got stressed out watching Austen tear up those crab legs, and he was talking about his relationship, and it just seemed like he was stressed while he was like tearing the crab legs. And
Austen seems like one of those guys that when he eats and then drinks, that like the food gets in the drink. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, totally.
Yeah.
The food gets on my shirt, but it's in his drink. Yeah, he's just having a good time. He's living life.
Yo, I need the crabs. You know.
When Audrey, he says to Madison, when Audrey is here, it's easy. Like, it's easy when she's here. And when she's gone, it's like, that's awesome too. It's like, I'm wondering, is this forever? Should I be having these thoughts? And this is the thing is, I have this theory is that Austen's smart enough. Austen already knows the answer. He already knows the answer. So he's playing dumb to be like, no, I really was confused. I was like genuinely confused. Don't you think? Like, he knows.
I don't know. Like, I just think he's an idiot. And he was getting his cake and eating it too. Like, he's annoying.
But he's a 37-year-old man. And believe me, we're idiots our entire lives. But he knows. He knows.
He knows. Way too old to be acting like this.
And it's almost like we talk about using the show to break up for you.
He's turned into Shep. Shep's turned into Thomas Ravenel.
Oh, God.
And Craig is Craig.
But he tells Madison, he's like, am I a guy that's going to be married? And like, no, you're not. Like, you would have been if this show didn't exist. You would fully have been married. I believe that.
Had kids and like the white picket fence. Maybe he will in 10 years. I just don't see it now.
It's hard to imagine that Madison and Austen were ever together now. Like, when you watch that scene, there's like no
sexual chemistry.
It's like a brother-sister kind of vibe.
Yeah, I can't believe she dated him.
Anyways, we cut over to Miss Patricia's house.
Oh, the most beautiful house.
She's like, Randy, are you in there, Randy? Because the new butler, his name is Randy. And yes.
Oh, your favorite name.
I love Randy as a name is truly.
I didn't know his name was Randy.
Yeah, he says, Randy, are you in there? Nobody will ever replace Michael the butler, obviously. But she does have butler things that needs done. So,
I love
she's got to get a butler.
A butler's work is a lost art, and I like seeing it in Miss Patricia's house. Like, I just like everything.
Well, everything about Miss Patricia is kind of a lost art. You know what I'm saying? It's like that kind of style, that kind of elegance, I guess, as it were, is not that person that kind of has appreciation for those things. That's not going to exist a lot more.
That house is just perfect.
Anyway, she's going to FaceTime Whitney, and there's like this whole thing about her trying to set up her iPad stand and her phone stand. She has no idea how to do it. And then we see that she gets her iPad up there and it's on TikTok. And I told Rebecca, I was like, no, she truly is on TikTok. Like, she follows me on TikTok and she actually will sometimes like my stuff.
Love it.
And I'm always like, is that Miss Patricia? It really is Miss Patricia.
Is. But is she really liking things, or is she just like,
this little nerd needs a like. I know he's so insecure. Randy, give this man a like. Randy brings her phone in on a tray, like a sterling silver tray, and calls Whitney. And Whitney's over in London.
57-year-old Whitney.
He's like in Belgrade Square. And then Whitney does say something funny. He goes, hey, Buckingham Palace called. They want Craig's pillows. I thought that I love Whitney probably gets a real kick out of watching where Craig was and watching where Craig is now.
Let's not forget Whitney created this show.
That's what I said. Whitney created this show.
He's a producer. Like, it's his baby.
Now, we find out that Miss Patricia bought a memorial stone for her dog Chancey. And this is sad. She tears up in the talking head and she doesn't want to talk about it. And then we see a flashback of all the Chancey, the dog scenes, and even one with Michael. And she wants to give Chancey a proper burial with bagpipe players that will play like Amazing Grace.
Nice.
But it's like we all have had dogs, my Brooklyn or your Penny, that, it's just.
Oh my God, I was a mess when Penny died. Whoa.
I was a mess when Brooklyn died. Yeah. You
have such an intimate relationship with the dog.
That's one place you can get me every time. If like you talk about a pet dying, I'm just like, I still don't know what to say to people when they tell me their pet died or you see it on Instagram and you're just like,
it's the worst.
It's so. Anyways, but Miss Patricia says, if you ask him about my dead husband, you'll never get the same kind of response.
No, because you're so intimate, and dogs give you unconditional love, and it's a beautiful
not
relationship.
like asshole partners. Not you. I mean, I was talking about Miss Patricia. No, we were talking about, no, not you.
I give you unconditional love. Well, that's not true.
Not true. Yeah. We cut to Craig in a car on a phone call with Austen. And Austen's like, hey, dude, I'm going to be a cat dad. I was just like, fuck. And Craig's like, it's a kiss of death, dude. My last 3 exes got a cat right before they dumped me. And it was like, one cat was X, one cat was Stormy, and then Paige's was Daphne.
Yo, I remember Naomi's cat being really cool. That orange cat.
Gizmo.
I remember that cat being a cool cat.
Yeah, but Austen makes a point. He goes, no, like, Audrey and I are not doing this together. Like, that's what I'm saying. Austen already knows. He's like, no. She has no claim to these cats. I mean, we're doing, like, she can play with the cats, but it's like, and then Craig's like, I love Craig's like, I know everything about cats. You've come to the right place, my friend. I love cats.
That kiss we saw between him and Paige was hot. I'm going to say that. That was a hot kiss. They had a good sex life. I can, like, really tell.
Well, they've talked many times where Craig's a freak.
I love it. Good for Craig.
Now,
Good for
Craig
Paige.
is somebody where it's like, can you pee on me? Like, I bet Craig saw that Mormon wife shit and was like, that's nothing. Like, that is nothing.
You think, like, Paige was pegging Craig?
Oh, well, I
don't know.
She's such a tiny girl.
Yeah,
I don't think she could have any force there. I don't think it would, like, please
I
Craig.
don't know if she would do that. Well, no.
Use this dildo on my ass.
I'm down. Like, if you're
no,
pegging.
not me. I was doing Craig.
No, I don't want to peg you.
No, I don't want you to peg me, first off. And nobody wants to hear about that. Second off. Anyways, Audrey and I are not doing this together. Craig with Gizmo. Oh, we see clips of Craig with Gizmo, Naomi's old cat. And then we find out that Craig is going over to Charlie's gallery. She works as a sales lady at this gallery. And Craig's like, I love being a boyfriend and sharing life with someone, but 6 months later, I'm ready for a stranger in my bed. He does have such a weird, dare I say, creepy way of saying things. Like, I'm ready for a stranger in my bed. Like, I feel like he's probably had a lot of strangers in his bed pre-6 months.
Definitely.
Nothing else? Are you still thinking about pegging me? Is that why?
Yeah. Tonight's the night.
But he says, I don't waste time when I like a girl. I don't waste time. I fucking show up at their job. Like, how creepy is that to show up at somebody's job?
How did Craig and Paige begin their relationship? Do you know?
I think because of Bravo.
No, but do you know when they met?
No, but the audience probably knows immediately. I just, don't know it off the top of my head. Was it Summer House? No, it's got to be some Bravo event. But he goes, I'm sensitive with girls because I got friend zoned in high school. And then we see
God, these guys, it's like, this is the story that we hear over and over again. They get dumped in high school once, and then for the rest of their lives, it's been over 20 years, they are like hateful and do what Austen does and do what these guys do because some girl dumped them 20 fucking years ago. Get a life.
Well, I will say in Craig's defense, like, usually people will be like, I was weird in high school. And then they show a picture. I'm like, no, you weren't. They showed a picture of Craig in high school, and I was like, oh. Like,
no,
it really did look...
This is the thing.
It looked really... No, I believe, but I'm just saying he did look super weird. And, like, he's obviously blossomed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And anyways, he says, any cockiness I have, it's fake. It's not real cockiness. And then he's at this
believe that.
I believe that too. He's at the art gallery with Charlie, and, he's trying to make, interesting conversation. He's like, how do you pick out an art piece, Charlie? How do you do it? Do I bid? What do I do? Charlie in a talking head says,
what's the voice that you're doing?
It's just it's like mumbly. It's not his voice at all, but it's just that kind of mumbly. He kind of does this, it's like lower.
Okay.
It's not, none of my voices sound like the people.
I'm just asking. Like,
it
also sounds like another voice that you do.
This is my art. I tell the audience.
Is it like a Lisa Rinna voice that you
Lisa Rinna? Like
it's the same. Is that not the same voice?
No, because Craig's like, you can. Anyways, this is my art. Charlie talks in a talking head about talking about her job endlessly, and then she wonders why people just show up at her work. But I also think, obviously they got a permit to film at the work, so this was already established. I did say Charlie is way more dynamic than Sally. Can we give her that? Dynamic?
I don't know if that's true.
Oh, come on. Yes.
I don't know.
She admits that she really, she thinks Craig is fun to flirt with. And she's
I'm sure he is. He's a very attractive, tall man. Rich. man.
And she says, I'm going to show him art because I get commission. And then Craig is like, I want to buy a pic of a tiger or a polar bear or a penguin, a watercolor. Just sell him a fucking fake Banksy and call it a day. Like,
It's
isn't
like what is it in the Barbie movie? Like the guys, like the
Ken?
Mojo Dojo.
Oh, Super
house?
Mojo.
That's like what he wanted, like a Super Mojo Dojo piece.
Yeah, but
also, did you like any of the art in that gallery? I'm sorry to the
But
gallery.
it's okay to not, like, that's probably not for Craig or our age range. It's probably for an older...
That's not true. There was some, like, florals that were okay, but I didn't really like the art.
But I like Craig thinking he was, like, flirty. He's just, like, looking at her. He's like, how do you gotta wait for somebody to die? Like, he thinks he's making, like, this fun art conversation.
He'll never do better than Paige, guys. It's so...
I don't believe...
yeah.
Well...
Yeah.
But I love him looking at the art stacks like he's a real art collector. He's like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah, okay. And I wonder how much he'd be willing to, like...
I bet he'd throw down some cash.
Like, how much you think? Like 5, 10?
Oh, I was thinking more like 15, 20.
Damn.
Yeah.
But he says that he plays the long game. And then he goes, and after a while, we smile so much at each other that we just have to kiss each other. And then you see him in the scene just smiling at her like,
38-year-old Craig with 27-year-old Charlie.
But that's how it works. If you're that good looking, you can just smile at girls and then eventually they have to kiss you.
And then in 10 years, it will be different.
Yeah.
And that's what we're seeing with Shep.
But see, that's what we're seeing with Craig. Craig's in his like, okay, if I can't have Paige,
the
I'll have
hottest,
everybody
smartest, funniest girl there is.
So
sorry that I keep like having a hard on.
Yeah,
for Paige,
it is like,
but
you're
like
really,
guys,
did Paige pay you to do this? We cut to
I wish the Giggly Squad was like paying us.
Whitner, your boyfriend. Whitner, your boyfriend, is having a birthday, and the theme is literary characters. Which, by the way, like Shep, I think is the only one that reads in this cast.
Shep, like, okay, I remember you had Shep on your show, and you were doing like Marry, Fuck, Kill for like a bunch of female writers, and he didn't know who Mary Oliver was, which just made me think like he doesn't know female writers.
No, he knows like the Larry McMurtry. He knows the Cormac McCarthy. He knows John Irving.
He's patriarchal still.
Yeah, like he's probably not reading like Elizabeth Gilbert, or Sally
Elizabeth Gilbert.
Or Sally Rooney. He's not
Sally Rooney. I'm talking about Mary Oliver, please.
Anyways, Whitmer's having a birthday.
No offense to Sally Rooney because I do like her work, but yeah, Elizabeth Gilbert.
Shep finds, he lets Whitner know that Shep finds Charlie Rod's in the car with Shep, and he's like, I find that Charlie very attractive, and
which is so sad. 45-year-old.
I would totally be into it with her. I would totally. And Rodrigo, so like, he goes, well, Craig kind of expressed interest, Austen said. And he was like, wait a sec, I was in a hot tub with Craig and Sally. How could he possibly like Charlie? And then he's like, well, I'm not going to compete. I'm not going to compete. And I'm like, dude.
No, you're not competing. No one's asking you to compete.
I think if there's a through line to this season, or what I hope the through line to this season for Shep is that it's like the end of The Sixth Sense, where you realize that, and spoiler alert, that Bruce Willis has been dead the entire time. I just want at the very last scene of this where he realizes that he's aged out of all of this.
Do you think he's going to realize that? Like, I
feel like it's hitting it over the head for the first 3 episodes. So I'm like, maybe we do get that where he's just like, fuck it. Oh my God, I'm fucking old. Like, this sucks. Like, I want him to have he believes in himself too much that I don't know if he will have that breakdown, but if he does have that breakdown, it's going to be really interesting. Anyways, Shep says, I'm not going to compete. And he goes, that Craig's an interesting cat. I stopped trying to figure that guy out. And Austen can't make a decision to save his life, in regards to Audrey. We have a flashback to Austen telling the guys last episode. He goes, I don't know if Audrey's the one. So Austen's been running around to his sewing circle telling everybody that he doesn't know if Audrey's the one.
Poor Audrey. I hope she's not watching any of this. Like, that's what's
got to be hard for reality television, when you start to hear your partner talk about you on the show.
Oh my God. And it's awful. Like, he hasn't said one good thing about Audrey. I don't know anything good about her. It's just negative shit.
Yeah. Next week, they're like, she smells like stale beer. Ugh.
He would like that.
Now they're going to look at furniture for Shep's
God.
new house on Sullivan Island.
One thing
Take that, Sienna. He's got a new house.
One thing I will give Shep is he's rich as fuck, and his family has incredible furniture.
She was like, if Whitner had this furniture, it would be
I bet
donezo for
Whitner
Rebecca.
does.
So we got a new house for $3.25 million, and Shep says he's 10 to 15 years behind a normal guy's life. And Rodrigo is like, yeah, now he's bringing his gay interior designer friend to meet his dad. And we see the furniture. There's like an antique wash
Ralph
basin.
Lauren. There's
a big fish like in Dorinda's fish room. But Shep says, at this point, I don't even know Rod's taste, so we'll see. I like that he's that rich that he's like, I don't know, fuck it. I'm just going to let people do shit with my free shit.
I just wish that we could furniture shop in one of our parents' storage unit and not in your IKEA storage unit with the warped
say it's
IKEA.
Not bad furniture. It's just not antique furniture. Is there antique IKEA? Like, this is from like the 75 collection of IKEA.
Ryan's probably spent more on that storage unit than like the furniture actually costs.
Life got different. Okay, anyways. Shep doesn't know Rod's taste.
Are you very upset?
No, not at all.
Okay.
No, people always think, guys, this is a comedy show. Like, this is, we do see 2 portraits that I've told you about all week. Now, this I would love. And this is, I know you would never let me put this in the house.
That's not true. I said I wanted it I want it.
There are 2 portraits of Shep. It looks like 16-year-old Shep. And it's like he's golfing in the woods or something, but it's like the same pose, but different outfits.
See, they're rich, like they get portraits done.
And Rod says, look how hopeful he is in his eyes. But if you look at it, the eyes are like completely zoned out. Like I was like, you don't look hopeful at all. It looks like this kid is like, I keep saying it, like it has Epstein Island vibes. It does. Like it's like the little nubile 16-year-old in the woods with a golf club.
God, you just ruined it now. I don't want that now. I wanted it for the guest bathroom. I thought it would be really nice.
Okay, I take it back. I think it's just, but it is hysterical. Like I was like, holy shit. And I made a post and Rod liked it. And then right before we recorded, Shep liked it. But Shep didn't comment. And that's where you're like, he's like, I get a joke 3 days later. And so he's like, I put this out 3 days ago and he like finally liked it. And I'm like, ooh. And so like, I'm probably on thin ice where I'll get a block from Shep pretty soon, which I don't want, but I'll take it. But at the same time, I'm serious. I would love one of those paintings. And then somebody messaged me and said, because my buddy Ace Fanning did this with the Sister Wives painting. He says if I can get a clean image of the Shep thing, that I can make the art myself. And then somebody said, you should sell it as a t-shirt. Could I, do you think I could move some of these Shep art t-shirts?
Yeah, I would rather
I bet I could sell like Maritza, if you're listening to this, or Sandra, if you're listening to this, can you tell Maritza, if I get a clean image, I can throw that into a thing that generates. We could all be wearing Shep art t-shirts.
I like it.
How dope would that be for the holidays?
I like it.
Anyways, he gets a lot of free shit from his dad. We cut to Madison on a fancy golf cart. She says, only way I could live out here was marrying an old man, I thought. But, now I'm moving into my forever home with this hot piece of ass.
Do you know who her husband reminds me of is... Does anybody know Ballerina Farm's husband? Because, I swear they look exactly alike. Exactly alike.
I don't know. I mean, I know of Ballerina Farms, but I don't know what her husband looks like.
Wow, it's weird. But good for Madison. I wish we had that
She bought a 6-bedroom house, $3.9 million.
Damn.
$200,000 more than Shep, and it looks awesome. It has a pool. Madison's dude is so soft-spoken, and, Madison does make a great point. It's like, I can't believe I was approved for this house after being called white trash for so many years on this show. And we flash back to all of these times where Craig's like, you're a terrible person and you're a trash can. That was the reunion where Craig was hammered. It was so funny.
That shit was so funny.
But the fact that Madison stayed with it and now, but it did make me think of where do we go from here? Because how long does this gravy train last?
Well, knowing Bravo, we're going to just ride it until the sun goes on.
And I'm all down for riding things into the ground, but it's scary. We don't have a long-term study. I've talked about this all the time. We don't have a long-term study of what happens to reality stars over time.
Well, hopefully they're investing and putting their money in different things and they can live. Because
Yeah.
if you're making that type of money, you should be able to live on it for the rest of your life.
The husband says, Matt, unfortunately your dad can't be here to see this, and, don't make me cry. But it's a really pretty scene. We cut to Craig, and Craig's at the cat store Doolittle, or his pet store Doolittle. And he's like, my friend's getting a kitten for the first time. And then Austen comes in all giddy. And I guess he's getting 2 cats from Rodrigo's cat's litter. And he already has the 2 cats as a background on his phone.
He named one of them Piper, which is a fish reference.
Piper!
No, but I thought that was cute. I mean, that's
Piper, no.
basically one of the only names you can give a girl from fish.
Austen is really into fish, and so is Rebecca. And so Rebecca's like, I bet he named it something fish. And then he said
it was
the name.
Piper.
Piper!
And then Martini or something, which I was like, okay.
That's just because he likes vodka.
Yeah.
And so Craig is the kitten master. And
he really did seem like
you need the one with the bell, and you need the litter box with walls, and you need, which, by the way, Jeff Lewis on the show today, he calls his litter boxes cat sandboxes. And I was like, is that a rich person term for like litter boxes? And he's like, yeah, that's what you call them, cat sandbox. And I'm like, what? And Sarah Colonna said cat sandbox too.
Okay.
Anyways, they spend $426 they drop $426 at the cat store, and then they go next door for a coffee and a quiche, as you do as men. But Craig, you thought it was disgusting. I loved it. Craig had a Diet Coke and a coffee.
Well, that's something you would do.
That was so dope.
I love that every day.
But that's like, yes, that's like awesome. And Austin's like, Craig, you should come over and see me be a cat dad in action.
We should suck each other's dicks.
You should come over and get naked and watch me do things with my cat. Which my poor dad, I told you guys last week that his cat Vienna, he just got a couple of months ago, and it still just hides from him. A month ago. So everybody says to give it time, but it's not the fun, flirty action that Austin's having with his cats.
Well, he also got baby kittens, so it's different.
Anyways, then Craig, they're having this, Whitner party, and Craig's like, let me ask ChatGPT, ChatGPT, what should I dress as? With everything you know about me so far in our relationship. And I'm like, oh my God, Craig's fucked his ChatGPT.
Definitely.
Like, he's fucked his ChatGPT.
He's in like AI psychosis.
He goes, I have to, what kind of literary figure should I dress as? And the ChatGPT says the guy from Great Gatsby, right? Jay Gatsby, or Dorian Gray. And Craig's like, is that 50 Shades of Grey? And Austin's like, that's awesome, man. That's awesome that you think that. You can tell Austen hates Craig sometimes. He's like, that's really funny, man.
Sometimes.
And he explains Dorian Gray, the portrait of Dorian Gray. He explains it to Craig. At least,
like, on this show, people do know things like what Dorian Gray is. Like, imagine on, like, Vanderpump Rules or The Valley, someone, like, talking about Dorian Gray. Like, no one would know who that is.
Yeah. Jax is like, I love Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde is one of my favorite. Anyways, I had you ask your ChatGPT.
Oh yes, I asked my ChatGPT.
And by the way, this is kind of a secret shame, like Rebecca not liking Wicked. She does talk to her ChatGPT. I will say that. And what is your ChatGPT called?
Stop! I don't want to talk about that.
It's you embarrass me with stuff.
I asked it once if it wanted to be what its name should be, and his name was Marlo. So it's Marlo.
Marlo?
Yeah. So I asked the exact same thing, like what it should be. Okay, so I haven't looked at this. Okay, the first one is, Daisy Buchanan. Like So
ChatGPT tells every female. Gatsby. By the way, ChatGPT can hear us now, and it's probably like, this guy's talking shit.
This is a good one. I would do this. They said Joe March from Little Women.
Okay, yeah.
I would do Joe March. I love that one. Okay.
I'm not going to ask ChatGPT because that wastes water for people, and it's not anyway.
Sorry.
But Craig's having a full-blown relationship with this ChatGPT. He's like, everything you know about me so far. I wonder if he's asked ChatGPT to analyze his performance on Southern Charm. I think that'd be awesome. Anyways, he tells Austen. He's like, I'm just back to party, Craig. And it's like, cool, because now I can kiss anyone, guilt-free.
Which, you know what that means, that he was kissing people with
guilt.
With guilt.
And
like, that's really upsetting. I felt bad.
And he goes,
I don't like it.
I like that Sally and I can hot tub. I like that we can hot tub. And Austen goes, kind of have FOMO. Like, Austen does say it. He kind of have FOMO.
These guys are 38 years old. They're so gross.
And Craig's like, I don't want to be single, dude. Someone made that decision for me. I'm having fun being a flirt. And
maybe you shouldn't be kissing other girls. And, like, Paige found out about that, remember?
No. It was just DM. It was never kissing girls. But he says, I'm having fun being a flirt. And then he goes, I was really good at being in a relationship. Not good enough. For
Not
Paige.
at all.
Not good enough for Paige, you know?
Oh, another thing Sierra Miller did is said that Craig is MAGA.
Yeah.
Well, and you know who's not MAGA? Shep is not MAGA.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow. I would expect a lot of them would be.
In my mind, like, I always thought, like, Craig went the Maha route. Like, he
probably did.
He probably, like, really likes RFK.
Well, remember when him and
something?
Austen were, like, all buddy, but they probably still are with Tommy Lauren or Tammy
Oh,
Lauren?
my God, I
Remember
forgot
that?
about
years
that.
And years
Ew.
they're, like, buddies. They're, like, all flirting with her.
They probably had a threesome with her. What happened to her?
Let's have a sword fight. I think she has a show on Fox News. We cut to Whitner's house, and
Ooh, I like Whitner,
I know.
guys.
I wrote.
There's
all into
something
Whitner.
about Whitner. I think he's attractive. I think he has interesting story. Like, I like him.
I think he's a fucking dork. I'm joking. He actually is cool. Vanita comes over, and I was like, she gets all the grunt work. She has to come help him set up. His family's been into theme parties his whole life. He has all these different plates, which Rebecca always loves.
He has the crackers.
Yeah, all the party crackers.
I love crackers. I had them for Thanksgiving.
He lets us know a little bit about his backstory. He was engaged in August of 2023, and she walked out 2 months later, and they had lived together for 3 years, which I was like, future cast member is his ex. We got to find this ex. We got to find the story, because there's got to be more to just her walking out.
She did not sign off on her pictures being shown. They put her faith.
Yet. That's a challenge. He begged for couples therapy, he says. He was heartbroken. Anyways, we cut to Craig. He's in full glam. He gets a makeup artist there for his party. And Austin's dressed like, he's like, I don't think I'm going to get chicks with my costume. And Craig's like, the reason you're not going to get chicks is you have a girlfriend. Like,
yeah, duh.
Well, because Craig's pissed. He's like, I'm fucking heartbroken. The one thing I get is more pussy, and the fact that Austen, like, that's not the rule. You can't have girls. Like, that's it too. Is that Craig wants there to be rules, and Austen.
There are rules. You can't have girls when you have a girlfriend.
There are rules, but what I'm saying is that really upsets Craig, which is funny to watch. So then we go back to the party. Whitner is dressed as Hemingway in The Running of the Bulls.
Love it.
Molly was my favorite. She came as Gandalf. You shall not pass. And she's got a big old gray beard. A really funny costume. Shows how quirky Molly is. I think she's really funny. Shep is dressed like a little Toy Story cowboy.
But literally.
Yeah, and then he's like, Lonesome Dove, Captain Gus McCrae. And Lonesome Dove, when I'm on Book Talk, that's one of those books every dude recommends, and so I have it on my book to read before I die. And he's like, Whitner, this is what it says about Gus: lazy, loquacious rake that loves gambling, drinking, and whores.
Just like Shep.
Shep is just like, this is why Shep is the way he is. I'm like Gus McCrae. And then Sally is...
And the problem is like, he's thought that for so long. And then like, for the last 25 years, he's gotten what he's wanted. Like, that Sienna girl was probably the first girl that didn't want to be with him. Like, legitimately, I would assume.
Your little freckled lips reading Lonesome Dove, Sienna.
Oh my God, there's this person on TikTok that sells these mugs of just that text message. And like, whenever that comes up on my TikTok and it's like him reading it out loud, I have to stop.
Dear Sienna.
Oh my God.
That's what's so great about reality TV shows is even if you've been on it for a long time, that's such a real moment. And to be able to share those like
and
horrible texts.
Austin's reaction to it is so
like,
funny.
Dude, what'd you do? What did you do?
So embarrassing.
I mean, I missed that kind of time of my life where I had guy friends where...
Well, why don't you go back to it?
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like, where you were like, wait, what'd you do last night? Like, you heard some like batshit story, like crazy story.
But these
where
guys
like,
are your age, babe. Like,
no, I know. I know, but I'm just saying well, that is true. Yeah, Nick's not doing that anymore.
Yeah, like they're your age. Like it's not that far.
But sometimes you not romanticize, but you miss that part of just being like, what did you say? Like that idiotic time in your life. I know they're older and they shouldn't be in that idiotic time, but sometimes it reminds you of those moments in your own life. Sally lets everyone know she's dressed as a character from the YA novel Holes, and Shep's like, Holes? What, because Shep's like 80. Holes? Holes, are you saying? So I was like, Holes.
Have to pick
Holes.
Like, I just... Ew.
It's probably the last book she read as a kid or something like that, and it just stopped after that, which is fine. It's a very popular book. They made a movie of it with Shia LaBeouf.
Shia. Remember when Shia did that thing when he watched all of his movies
Yeah, I almost went to that.
I almost went to that.
Yeah, he did like an art, like a performance art piece, and you could sit in a room with him too and do whatever you wanted. And
No, he was watching all
no,
these
but he
movies.
also did a thing of like, I think it was called I'm Not Here.
Oh, he like thought
and
he was
put
Marina?
a bag over his head.
Yeah,
and
I do
yeah.
remember
So Shep's like, holes? Because you know he was thinking about like
that. Her hole.
Like butthole. And then so Sally, we remember, has tension with Molly because Molly told Vanita that she doesn't like Sally. And Sally says, I'm not good at being fake around people.
Yeah, right.
And then Austen comes in.
All she does is be fake.
And then Austen comes in dressed as Hermione from Harry Potter. And then Craig is Rufio. So Craig's in a full, like, the leather, the...
Rufio!
Oh! And you've been doing that all week. Rufio.
Oh my God. I love... Okay, first of all, I love Hook. But Hook is not
the book.
Like, Rufio is not in the original Peter Pan, but love Rufio. And he really did nail the costume. Also, you know what I was thinking? The Rufio hair is his BravoCon hair.
Yeah. I think it's the same person, the same stylist that did that.
Probably.
But Sally's like, he's like, Sally, do you know who I am? Do you know? And he goes, and Sally's like, no. And he goes, well, I'm Rufio from Hook.
These girls are too young to even know
Hook.
Rufio.
Like I love how he kind of like negs him. He was like, fucking idiot, I'm Rufio from Hook.
The king of the Lost Boys.
But he doesn't even know that. He doesn't even put it together that he is the king of the Lost Boy. Like, he doesn't put it together, the deeper meanings.
He should have gone with what ChatGPT said, like, because then he would have dressed with, like, Charlie, because Charlie was the girl from Great Gatsby, and he said to be great, to be Jay.
So Vanita in a talking head is teasing about, Sally, like, oh my God, Craig, you're so hot. We cut to Rodrigo. Rodrigo has a shirt that just says, pretend I'm Don Quixote, which is very funny. Madison shows up dressed as the cover of Shep's book, Average Expectations. Great. And
that was hilarious.
And then he goes, Whitner, I got a present for you too for your birthday. And it was a shark tooth necklace. He goes, all the bitches get these because he's given them to multiple girls now. And Shep, by the way, Shep doesn't even care about the shark tooth thing. He just loves that somebody's dressed. He's like, no way. Because and by the way, if they really were honest,
ego.
But also none of those people read the book from cover to cover. I can almost guarantee, maybe some of them listen to the audiobook, but I truly don't think they've read each other's books.
There's a girl on TikTok. Sorry, I'm bringing up TikTok so much.
She loves
there's
TikTok.
This girl on TikTok who reads all of these stupid books, and she's currently reading Shep's. And
I read all these books too.
Well, I know, but that's your job. And I heard a few clips from Shep. And listen, he's charming. Like
I said, he always considers himself kind of a Jack Kerouac on the road kind of beat. Like he's all about that. And I like that myself. And I think
I think I would have a really good time at dinner with Shep.
He would be a blast. You'd be a blast to hang out with. He'd be horrible to be in a relationship with.
Yeah.
Craig is like, Shep, is that the best thing that's ever happened to you? And then Charlie gets there. She's dressed as Daisy Buchanan. So they all ask ChatGPT. And then Craig does the same thing to Charlie. You ever watch Hook?
No, she
goes,
Hook.
She goes, then who am I? Because, she goes, yeah. She goes, then who am I? He says it like aggressively. And he goes, leader of the Lost Boys. And Austen is talking to shit to Madison as Craig is talking to Charlie. And Austen's like, dude, Craig is trying so hard, man. And Craig and I talking heads like, oh, dude, you can see Austen talking about me. Like, I clock everything. And then he goes, Austen, let's do a shot. And Craig's like, shot's just a mini drink. And Rod says, yeah, Austen, does make mini digs at Craig because of FOMO. And
he's so jealous. He was jealous when he was with Paige and they were in a relationship last season. He's jealous now. Like, he is jealous. It
is interesting. I will, but say, Craig's pouring these shots and Sally says something. And Craig's like, Sally's never happy with her shots. And then Austen goes, because it's always in your hot tub, Craig. And then the editing, like, it looks like Craig's been rocked. Like, it like shakes a little bit and goes, and Craig's like, oh, fuck you. What did you say to me? And Craig says, Austen's so jealous. You're so jealous. You're just locked up with your kittens. And Austen goes, you were locked up for 5 years, Craig. And all of a sudden he emerges and he's fucking having fun, which is like, yeah, that's what he's doing, right? And Craig's like, just be yourself, man, Austen. I'm being myself, having late night parties in my hot tub with everyone having a blast. For you to hate on people having fun is silly. And Austen goes, the real Craig has emerged. And Craig's like, you started it. And Austen goes, no, you started it. I'm not mad, Craig. Dude, you're insane. And Craig goes, oh, you're bitter and you don't know yourself. And Austen goes, oh, should I switch it around on you, Craig? Why are you so unhappy? And Craig goes, you're the only one unhappy, bro, because you're living a lie. You're stuck in a relationship. And Austen's like, you don't know anything. And Craig goes, I do know. You told me you were jealous I was single. And Austen's like, I never said that. And Charlie goes, oh my God. Oh my God. Like she's like, I'm like, Charlie's never seen somebody or like, oh my God.
She's never seen boys fight like this.
And Craig's like, hey, Austen, happy people don't tear people down. You're not happy. And Austen goes, oh, and here you are tearing people down. And then Craig storms out. He's like, Rufio! And Craig's like, I hope you find happiness one day. And Austen's like, I hope you do too, dick. But they don't do the
God, they are not using the song to its full potential. Because it's the best song on Bravo, and it should be like that show should have ended with Like it's so fun.
Well, this we went long, but this was really fun. So
this is my first time doing something like this. I hope it was okay. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, guys, if don't be negative. Be negative to me, but don't be negative to her if you could.
I get scared.
She gets scared, even though she's a shit talker. So
I
yeah.
do.
Anyways, you guys have a great rest of your weekend. Come back on Monday for Sophie Ross. Help us out over the Patreon, patreon.com/SoBadIt'sGood. Remember to get your address in on the Patreon so we can send you our exclusive holiday card.
Ooh, I'm excited to see what they are.
Oh my God!
year.
And then guess I'm on Jeff next week on Wednesday, and guess who I'm on with?
Who?
Joey McIntyre.
Do you know
I used to be? That's who I remember. I've told you that story. I tried to look like him because the girl on my block. Yes, because the girl on my block, Rachel Beaker, was in love with Joey McIntyre. So I tried to grow my hair out like in a big triangle.
What was his song when he went?
Please
solo?
Don't go, girl.
No, not that.
No,
one.
You're thinking of Jordan Knight. I don't know.
No. I'm talking about when Joey McIntyre went solo in the late '90s, early aughts.
I don't know. I'll have to study over the weekend.
Yeah.
Anyways, you guys, hope you're having a great weekend, and we'll talk to you very soon.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.